God's love is like a tattoo that you cannot laser off.
The Reverend Jerry Herships is a stand-up comedian turned United Methodist pastor.
Big round of applause for God.
Herships founded After Hours Denver, a church that meets on Monday nights at restaurants and bars.
Church, when you do it in a non-traditional way, say we do it in a bar, you're not going to have the same luxuries that you have in a traditional church. I mean, the sound system's not going to be as good as it is at some great sanctuary. And yeah, there's going to be servers delivering food while you're trying to give your message. And yeah, there's going to be babies crying maybe louder than normal, and that's okay. I don't need perfection, I need authenticity. And I think people are craving that.
Herships believes you can reach people more easily in their comfort zones. Most folks aren't willing to walk into an unfamiliar church.
I don't know when I stand up, I don't when I sit down, I don't. You say it's in the faith we sing or the hymnal, I don't even know what that means when you say that. And you know, I got to read that it's the doxology. That sounds like a disease. For me, when I watch something foreign that I don't understand, I have to do that with my church and say, how do I create this so it's not just comfortable for people that know the rules and sort of know the game, but it's comfortable for people that don't.
A big part of this non-traditional service is community service. Participants are invited to make sack lunches to feed the homeless. After Hours members share food and serve communion in Civic Center Park 7 days a week.
We got communion right here. Have you communion for you today, brother? What's your name, man? Brian, a reminder how much God loves you today, Brian. God bless you.
A missional church is kind of a different model, very much a go into a community, find out what the needs of that community are, where their pain is, and to go and be with them. Methodism is a faith that's born to be out in the world.
Herships says his outside-the-box ideas and Wesleyan approach to ministry were nurtured at Iliff School of Theology, a school supported by the Ministerial Education Fund.
You know, for me, one of the greatest things about going to a United Methodist seminary was they have a strong energy behind social justice. You know, when I look back, I didn't even think I knew what I was learning. I think there was a level of subconsciousness that was happening. It sort of soaked my theology to recognize that the church isn't just what happens in a certain room on a certain day at a certain hour once a week. That church is bigger than that. My seminary taught me that from the moment I walked in at orientation until the moment they gave me my diploma. It's about going out in the world. They teach you how to live your faith, not just talk about it.
Folks, you've been fantastic. Thank you very much. Have a great night.
A successful entertainer until age 40, Herships' call to become an ordained pastor meant a move from Florida to Iliff in Colorado.
We lived halfway across the country and sold our house and pulled up our tent stakes and yanked our kid out of school.
Your gifts to the Ministerial Education Fund help men and women bring fresh ideas to ministry through ordination.
I'm over using phrases like 20-year-old and early 30-year-old clergy. They're the future of the church. They're the church now.
Ain't nobody do me like Jesus.
They're the ones that are bringing in new ideas. They're the ones that are being innovative. They're the ones that are thinking outside the box and being creative. Funds like this actually can help get people into the pipeline to actually go out and change the world in a way that maybe they would not have the opportunity to do otherwise.
The Ministerial Education Fund supports clergy recruitment, continuing education for pastors, financial aid for students, and basic support of the 13 United Methodist seminaries.
For me, at the very core of community is finding a way that we can give back to that community and sort of help that community grow. And part of the beauty of the Ministerial Educational Fund is that it's the vehicle that can help actually change lives, which as a result will end up changing the church, I think only for the better. Reminder how much God loves you, man.
The flesh.
The flesh.
Learn more about the Ministerial Education Fund at www.umcgiving.org/MEF.